Lali-ho everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Creeper World. So, this is a fun little strategy game that came from, well, started off as a flash game that was being used as a demo to promote the full game. So, I'm probably going to do this each level as its own video. That means these first videos are going to be fairly quick. But trust me, by the end of it, it's gonna be a while. So, here we go. Let's go for hope. In the year 13,271, humankind had colonized thousands of worlds. They found none their equal as they spread into a fantastic and bountiful empire. At the height of their greatness, they walked amongst the stars as though they were gods. But gods they were not. It fell from the sky without purpose or reason. 50 worlds fell on the first day. 500 billion lives were lost. World after world fell as man was routed from existence. Nothing could stop what would become to be called the Creeper. It wanted nothing. It could not be reasoned with. It seemed as though its only purpose was to undo all that man had done. But all was not yet lost. The last survivors of humanity have gathered at a world called Hope. Assembled by the visions of a crazed old man, the last of humankind marks its final hours. A great city has been built to house those 50,000 that survive. It will journey from world to world, never staying longer than it must. Guided by the path set by the old man, humanity's final journey has begun. So, that's our story. Commander, follow my instructions precisely. Time is critical. Odin City is the center of your console. Or is in the center of your console. Yeah, so we're looking at a console screen, basically. She's almost ready to launch. Click the collector button in the clan bar to more tutorial things. It wants us to put it here because it forms connections. And then we can click cancel. You can hit spacebar to do that. They produce energy. Each collector will produce energy proportional to the green area around it. Now we're going to send energy to those other uncreated ones. That's fine. We need relays. Relay allow you to stretch paths across longer, but only to other relays. Yeah, see, only with other relays. So, wait for these. These are blasters. They are going to be used to fend off the creeper. And the creeper hasn't showed itself yet. It will in a moment. There's one additional blaster. Move it here, it says. Then that's the creeper emitters, and that's the creeper. Creepers are basically the creeper moves like water. So it follows water physics. If you look at the elevation thing down here, on the bottom it's 2 blocks high. This is 3 blocks. This is 4 blocks. This is 5 blocks. Now that anything the creeper touches will be destroyed. So our goal is going to be to power up these rift totems. So he wants us to move here so that we can power the rift totems. Now for this first video, I am going to do the first, I guess you could say, block of levels. And from then on, we're probably going to be doing like world to world, just because of the length of duration these missions can take. Rift is active. Because, I mean, that only took like 2 minutes, and I know that I talked for a bit, but it's still a really short video. So, and we get the Hope Award. And you always see the screen, it shows you energy collected, energy used. There's a spike of energy being used there. It's probably whenever the creepers, yeah, that's whenever the creepers, that's whenever I got the totems up, wasn't it, actually? But yeah. And you end up having this where you can submit. Anyway, let's go to Taurus. So we completed Rift complete. We have rifted to the next world. Now that our journey has begun, our goal is to leave each world as quickly as possible. On each world we visit, the creeper will be hunting us. He has destroyed thousands of worlds and won't hesitate to destroy the few of us that remain. Commander, I have some bad news. Our first rift jump has erased our databanks. We've lost valuable nanoschematics. As we visit new worlds, we'll have to collect whatever technology we can find to rebuild our databanks. The scanners indicate there's some good some small good news to report. There is a nanoschematic for building relays at the bottom of your console. It's right here. We need to collect this tech and then activate the rest totems. I recommend building 1 or 2 blasters and using them to push back the creeper that is headed this way from the south. I think it's going to be down here somewhere. Move your blasters forward slowly at a small jump at a time. Each time you jump, build collectors behind the blasters to extend your network. Once you get this nanoschematic connected to our network, we'll be able to build relays again. Oh no, it's actually right there. Okay. Alrighty then. So, first order of business is always to establish an energy network. Now that one doesn't push out very much creeper at a time. We can manage that. You have to be careful on your energy consumption. So each packet that it sends out is 1 energy. You can see our energy reserves here. Our collection and our depletion, how much we're gathering and losing. Deficiency is when you start sending out too many packets, like right here. Our depletion is 3, but our collection is 1.5, so our energy is going down. When you hit 0 energy, you start getting a deficiency. During deficiency, like this, your packets are sent out in smaller batches, and so everything slows down. You want to try to avoid this as much as possible, but yeah, that's not something that's going to happen all the time. Not much we can do about it, at least. Gray packets are building and can be controlled with this little nodule right here. Red packets are for weaponry, ammo, and they refill the blasters, and they can be controlled by clicking this red nod. And the green nodules are for the warp totems. You usually want to start by turning those off, in my opinion, because powering the warp totems, if you power them up early, they will lose power if you lose connection to them. So, let's move him down into there. And we'll build up some more energy nodules here. And we can start expanding our influence a little bit. Plus 1 down here, or in here, so it can build close by. I'll move it into position later. Blasters can move because they are weapons, but buildings, like the collectors themselves, cannot. Yeah, collects fractal space energy from surroundings. Collectors are the backbone of any successful network. While you can do this with 1 blaster, I recommend at least having 2. Just because it makes it a little bit faster for them to slowly step each forward together. Like I can move this one here, and then move this one up here beside it. Now, these are not sending out very much creeper, so they're not that big of a deal. Now we have the relay, and we can start building the relays. So there we go. And just for the sake of argument, let's have some fun. This is actually a technique you're going to learn later about capping off an emitter. And that prevents them from... One blaster can pin down a single emitter pretty easily. But you have to get rid of all the surrounding creeper for it to be able to do that. Creeper, it can stand in the creeper for a short time. But yeah, as you may have noticed, it was taking quite a bit of damage there. Now, at any time you can press up to double speed this, and from now on I'll probably be using double speed for basically every one of these. Just because it'll make him go a little bit faster. And trust me, we're going to need that extra speed. Alright, so we're all ready to go. Let's rift out. Once all rift totems are powered, your level is complete. Alright, Taurus is done. Fitch. The old man gave us coordinates for each of these worlds. The gods know where the gods only know where he got them. But he's the only reason we've survived long enough to build Odin City in the first place, so we owe him the benefit of the doubt. Plus, what other choice do we really have anyway? Commander, there's a nano schematic for energy storage in this world. Build out a base and collect this as the first order of business. Energy storage will allow you to construct storage pods that buffer the energy our collectors produce. This can be useful when you need to build or arm lots of things at the same time. Also, Commander, be mindful of your energy consumption at all times. Watch the red starvation indicator in the lower right of your command bar. This is very large. You're either building too many things or powering too many things at once. Either fall back or build more energy collectors. So, yeah. We are going to... Give me that. Thank you. We're going to come over here, connect to this, connect these two there, and basically I want to have a long chain. Now ideally, by the time we hit this point, we're going to want to come up here. Again, the creeper isn't very strong here. It's not coming out very quickly. Do want to connect to that. You want to always try to build on the high ground because, as I said, creeper follows water physics. So and let's draw on double time. Okay. So as you can see, this area is trying to flood up a bit, and this area is getting a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. All right, so let's move these. Hey, move. Thank you. Up here, and move this one down here. Energy storage tech is now available. So the way energy storage tech is, you build it anywhere near your collectors, and let's build a couple of them. Now, because I built 3 of these, I have 80 max energy. Trying to push it back into this little cubby hole here. There are, of course, ways you can do to actually cap off all of those if you so desire, but this is far more effective, especially since we don't have most of the tools we would need to successfully do that. All we needed to do was activate those warp totems, and we're out of here. We really didn't need the storage units, but it's nice that we got them. Trust me, these first 5 worlds are just... A lot of the game is tutorial, but anyway. Excellent job on the last world, Commander. You outperformed any of us simulators' predictions. You seem to have a natural talent for command. We might just have a chance with you at the helm. The scanners show a high priority target in the lower right of the map. There's a nano schematic for a major weapon system there. The Orions on board say their military have been working on an anti-creeper mortar system. This weapon can fire over walls and higher terrain elevations. As you may have noticed, blasters require a line of sight to their targets, so they can't fire at elevations higher than themselves or through walls. But with this mortar tech, we can overcome this limitation. Orions indicate that the mortar is mostly useful against deep pools of creeper. The shells it fires will destroy any depth of creeper down to the terrain. In fact, the mortar always auto-targets the thickest creeper in range. Military analysts recommend that the blasters be used against thin creeper that spreads everywhere, and that mortars should be positioned to fire at deep pools of creeper. Commander, if you find that a mortar is drawing too much energy and is only firing at thin creeper, you can select the mortar and click deactivate button on the lower left command bar. This will shut off the mortar until you need it again. Alright, so first order of business. Get some collectors in to get down to this mortar. You want to be able to build them ASAP. Also, let's go ahead and get some energy going down here too, but it's beside the point. I'm going to go ahead and build up here. As you notice, they're getting stuck in the pool there. Like I said before, they have water physics. Well, there's more than one way to have water physics. They also like to go down. They much prefer to flow down into holes than to spread out. So as you see, this stopped spreading so much because it's flowing down here. Mortar tech is now available. So we do want to build a mortar. probably want to wait because we're expending a lot of energy already with the energy down there. So as soon as that slows down, I'll be able to start building the mortar. We probably only need one right now. In fact, I can probably position one right here uh, and have it hit both pools, and that'll solve most of what I need. Also, double time. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that prepared too. Now, it doesn't have to be connected to the network to fire. Kind of like that one blaster that I positioned out in the middle of nowhere in the previous area. So, we're just gonna use the mortar over here to blow up some of those pools to basically make them have to refill. So, this will slow down the creeper advance by quite a bit. In fact, by the time I need to reload, it'll be basically the line will be able to reload them. So that's good. Alright, for the sake of argument, they're not the best thing to be able to make or to have to make. But they're very helpful if you do a lot of building at once. And it's possible we'll be reloading a lot of things at once too, because you may have noticed we could get to this one fairly easily, and we already are connected to this one, but we got one way down here, so we're going to want to sneak around this way. Go ahead and get some more energy going here. I like doing sets of 3 when it comes to blasters. If you have the energy to support 3 blasters, they, at this stage in the game, are fairly good for pushing, basically. Also, at this point in the game, because energy packets move so slowly, we're going to want to form a as direct as possible line into the battlefield. I mean, that's never a bad thing to have anyway, for future reference, but it's not necessary unless, or at least until you get packet speed, which is an upgrade that we'll get much later. I say much later, I think it's in one of the next worlds. There we go. Once that's built, there we go. Alright, and now we just have to connect to this one real quick. Alright, well, enough playing around. Let's get this on. Rift Totem's activated. Let's get out of here. Alright, Orion. Also, I don't know. I know we'll probably do one more at least. Not sure how I'm going to handle the rest of it. I keep tossing it over in my head. Commander, there is information I've been withholding since we left Hope. When the data bags were lost, we also lost the coordinates for most of the worlds the old man left us. We can go anywhere, yet we have no knowledge of where to go. All worlds are lost and covered in creeper, but the path given to us by the old man must have some reason or meaning. But now we may never know. I know I should not have withheld this information, but I just didn't know how to tell you. Commander, this is the last of the world we have coordinates for. Even if you activate the Rift Totems, I don't know what coordinates to enter. Best, I will be able to pick a random world. Commander, there appears to be some artifact in the middle of the map. We aren't sure. Scanners can't determine what it is. It is probably nothing, but you might want to check it out. Alright, so... Also, let's begin using keyboard shortcuts, because, yes, keyboard shortcuts are amazing. So small gaps like this, you can cross with the energy pocket packets. Wow, hold up. That was about pointless. But larger gaps, we're going to need to cross that way. We're actually going to want to get over here as quick as possible, just for the case of protecting. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get here in time. I'm going to go ahead and build a blaster. Turn off rift packets. And double speed. See, even though these collectors are built, they're not connected to our own city, so they aren't generating energy. And now they are. Okay, let's see here. See if we can kind of push that back a bit. Let's actually go ahead and build a mortar now. Yeah, that didn't help much. Buy me some time, a little bit of time maybe. Alright, this may help a little bit better. Can help prevent the flow of creeper. Yeah, that's not going to be able to get enough energy in time. Retreat. It's okay. It won't damage the artifact, but it is annoying regardless. Yeah, I didn't quite save that. Yeah. It's all good, though. Once this is constructed and starts being able to fight back, we'll be okay. There we go. There we go. Our scientists have analyzed the artifact. The results were at first puzzling. This artifact should definitely not be on this world. It contains writing not used by the Cestusians. This is Cestus, by the way. The analysis computers have concluded the artifact encodes the coordinates of 5 known worlds. What is special about these worlds, the artifact doesn't say. Pick the first of the coordinates and program them into the totems. Since we don't have any other place to go, we might as well find out what is so special about these worlds. One more thing, Commander. The dating computer has determined that the artifact is 11,261 years old. Whatever it is, the coordinates were carved into it in the year 2010. That's odd. Mysterious hand. Carving things. Okay. Just trying to get that other warp totem, and I'm pretty sure we can connect to it. So let's go ahead and turn on the warp energy. Our packets will be sent out. Alright, we're connected to the last warp totem. Let's get out of here. But what will we find in the next world? Well, I'm not sure, but no place to go but away. And away we shall go.